Well, if you're here, I can't tell. And again, even though I'm saying public, it's broadcasting in private. So I'm going to give you a minute to see if you can find me, but I can't even see comments at this point. Hmm. Technology is not always our friend, is it? Okay, let's see if it even showed up. Oh, well, it says there's two watching, so maybe it corrected itself. Hey, Debbie, good. You guys can see me? Okay, because it kept telling me I was broadcasting in private. And I'm like, no, I chose public. All right, good, 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 good. Okay, excellent. Yay. That makes me happy. I just want to make sure. Yeah, this is weird, guys. All right, I'm going to close that. And I'm just going to double check one other thing here real quick. It's not going to let me do that either. Okay. Well, hopefully I'm only broadcasting once and I can see your comment. So that is good. Hello, Carol. Okay, good. Yay. Phew, that was crazy. That was crazy. I said, it doesn't pay to take a break. I've actually missed you guys. So I'm glad to be back. And hopefully I'm back now for at least until Christmas. And then I might take a week off. My husband and I haven't decided what we're going to do between the holidays. But anyway, thank you for joining me today for Lunch with Lori. Couple of things to talk about, and then we're going to hop into this really quick and cute class that I want to share with you using 6x6 Designer Series paper. And I did it, unfortunately, with the beautiful autumn paper because it was back in and then it was gone again. But I have another set to show you that I did with a different paper and you can use any paper you'd like. But first, let's talk about our cards. My goodness, it's been this long. We haven't given these cards away over the last 2 weeks. And these were the cards that we did with the paper pumpkin, right? So I love, love, love that kit. It's so much fun. And there's two cards here. And there is, of course, the little gift tag. And I'm also giving the envelopes, the coordinating envelopes for the cards. So the winner of this is actually Carol. So it's good you hopped on, Carol. But Carol, I need your address. So if you can, I don't know if you're on Facebook or you can just somehow private message me your address. I will get these popped in the mail for you. I am going to write your name down on a Post-it and put it with them because, there's nothing like losing your mind. All right. So congratulations and thanks so much for watching and commenting and all that fun stuff. But be sure to get me your address. All right, so there's that. And then what's happening in Stamping Up world? Oh, well, this is what I spent my morning doing. The seasonal sale, right? Fabulous, fabulous sale. Bigger than we anticipated. So that's exciting. So if you have not gone out and shopped, please go either to your demonstrator or my website, which is addictedstamper.stampinup.net, and shop because inks and not just ink pads, refills, markers, blends, even like I got the new core color markers because I hadn't picked those up yet. So that's on discount. So inks are all discounted. I believe the inks are 10%, no, 15% off. Sorry, the inks are 15% off. Then any of the ribbons or trims. Now, this is all in the annual catalog, okay? But any of the ribbons and trims are discounted up to 10%. And then all of our paper. And when I say paper, I mean cardstock, designer series paper, vellum, watercolor paper, envelopes. What a perfect time for envelopes to go on sale, right? With Christmas coming. What else? What else? What else? There's something else. Oh, the Memories and More cards, right? So again, only in the annual catalog, only the products in the only annual catalog, only while supplies last. In the middle of an order this morning, the cherry cobbler cardstock sold out. I had orders for 5 packs of cherry cobbler cardstock. Yikes. And I have none. So I can't even backfill it until it comes back in for the people. But anyway, check out the seasonal sale. It's only running from today through Thursday, the 14th through the 16th. And you don't want to miss getting those discounts because I'll tell you what, it adds up quick. You are welcome, Carol. All right, so there's that. And if you don't watch me over on Facebook, now please ignore all of the documentation under the video because I didn't get to update that this morning before we came live. So I will do all of that after the fact. But if you didn't get to watch me over there Sunday night, we have a berry Christmas class running right now that you can sign up for. These are quick and simple cards. You can go see the video that we did Sunday. You're going to get a full pack of the envelopes. Look at the lining. You can cut that apart and use that as designer series paper, let me tell you. Nice starry sky, right? Or you've got snowflakes, and you know I like to use the envelopes. And then you get the card to go with that, the card base. And then there is another envelope that is in the red tones and has the Nordic pattern. And of course, you have the card base to get that. So you get a full pack of the cards and envelopes, which is 10 of each. You get a half a pack of the memories and more cards. So that's going to give you 27 cards in the 2 different sizes. You'll have plenty to do the projects that you see here, as well as more. The PDF has the directions for these 5 projects, and then an additional 3 bonus projects. So you'll have the instructions to do 8 projects that you can do with the cards and envelopes that you receive. You also are going to get a full pack of the basic rhinestones because this just needed just a little bit of bling, and that was the perfect accent. Yeah, and then just cause I couldn't stop playing with the goodies, Freebie Friday is also going to give you another idea for this kit. So if you're interested in that, I will drop the link below. Registration closes, I think, on the 17th, so that I can get the products ordered and get them back out in the mail. Quick turn on this as long as the products stay available. If the products would sell out, I would refund you your money, obviously. And the class is $32 for porch pickup or $41 for the priority postage. And did you see where they're raising priority postage rates? Yeah, so I want to try to get them out before that happens. Okay, so that's that. The registration link will be below, as I said. Just give me a few minutes after we are done here. And then when you're shopping that seasonal sale, remember, if you're shopping with me and you use this host code right here, you can earn this month's Just Cards. And these, again, were designed so that you're just going to have to add some greetings and maybe a snowflake. And I'm betting every stamper has a snowflake in their back pocket somewhere, right? And with a minimum $35, you get the kit for free. There's a local class, or you can do a porch pickup if you're local. If we're mailing, we ask for just $4 to pop these in the mail to you. If your order hits $50 in product, which during the sale should not be hard, you'll also get a free pack of embellishments. So keep that in mind, and you get a full color PDF emailed to you for this as well. All right. I think that's all the housekeeping I have to do. I do feel like I've been gone forever, though. All right, so we are going to do this quick, cute little class here. It's with designer paper, as I said at the beginning. And, you know, my title says with 6x6 designer series paper. Well, any paper can be 6x6, right? We have our 6x6 packs, which is what I use to create this, all about autumn. But you can cut any 12x12 paper down to 6x6 as well. So really it is open. Hey, Tina. Hi, Jen. It's open to any of our designer series papers. So let me show you what we're going to make. And then at the end, I will show you the other option. And I kind of did this initially thinking this would make a great hostess gift if you're going somewhere for Thanksgiving. And knowing that that paper was coming back in, had no idea it was going to sell out quite that quick. I just made these cute little cards. This is a happy birthday. This is I'm thankful. And this is with deepest sympathy, right? Now, unfortunately, my crosshatch, which you know is like my all-time favorite embossing folder, if you follow me, is missing. I'm not sure where it is. I'm very sad. I've torn my studio apart twice looking for it. So we are going to substitute today. We're going to use timber, which I think will work great on here as well. And it's a really easy easy design to create. So we're going to start with this piece of the All About Autumn. Okay, same one that I used on here. And we are going to cut this into 4 3x3 sections. I can't get much easier than that, right? So we're going to line it up at 3 this way. And we're going to cut. And then I'm going to cut each of these halves into 3x3. So we've got those 2. And I don't have to keep them in any special order. And we've got those 2. Now, this one, so these are the 3 that I think have the bulk of the pattern on them. And then I've got this one, which could be cute, but we're going to flip it over and we're going to use the back side as our accent piece. So there's absolutely no scraps being created with this project. And we're going to cut this. We want 4 of them. Yeah, we want 4 of them. So we're going to cut it at 3/4 because 4 times 3/4 is 3. Okay. And you can decide, I don't really think there's a direction to this pattern. I really don't. So we're just going to go ahead and cut it. Whoops, that was a half. That's 3/4. That doesn't look quite right. So, and we'll have 4 strips. And I know you're thinking, but Laura, you only made 3 cards. Oh, but there's a strip hiding on the one card. Did you see it? Right down here. All right. So let's pull out. Doesn't really matter which one we pull. We'll start with that one that has the extra strip on it. And I just pulled my colors from that designer series paper. So we have Mossy Meadow. Oh, there's something else that's vanished. My bone folder. Okay. This is what happens when you leave your house for 2 weeks. I have a layer of copper clay that I'm going to put on there. I'm like way wonky here today too, aren't I? It's because everything is just not normal. And we're going to emboss. So we're going to emboss this very vanilla. I used the crosshatch originally. This time we're going to use timber. And I'm going to run that through. So what's everybody been up to for the last couple of weeks since I haven't been around? Okay, we're just going to mount that. And I think the timber will go very nicely with the design. I'm glad I picked that other side to emboss because there's apparently some stray ink on this side. And your layers here are 4 by 5 1/4 for the vanilla, and then the copper clay is the 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we're going to take our piece of designer paper and one of those little strips that we created from the reverse side. We're going to mount those 2 together. Think of the possibilities. I mean, you can use these exact layouts with any designer paper that you have. Yeah, I can kind of relate to that, Debbie. I had the exact same experience, except I sat in a tire shop for 2 hours. Yeah, so sorry. I still feel horrible. It's bad. And we're going to take that 4th strip and just pop it underneath. And then I still have my circle punches and my layering circles. So I think this is a 1 1/2 and a 1 3/4 inch circle. We're going to pop these on here. Cajun Craze is my color of choice. And my happy birthday Debbie and I were supposed to meet up after my I had a workshop or a party up in Corning, and we were supposed to meet up after that. And God love them, they even drove part way to meet us. And we got a low tire pressure indicator and sat and waited for just shy of 2 hours for AAA to show up. And then they plugged it for us. And then he said, "Oh, yeah, you can drive 3 hours north. You can drive 7 hours home. No worries. It'll be fine. You'll want to replace it when you get home." We're like, "Okay, great." Because we have a tire shop we visit, when we need it. We didn't get a half hour up the road and we had a full on flat. So needless to say, Debbie and I didn't get to enjoy each other's company, unfortunately. Okay, so there is our card front. You could add bling if you want to, but I don't think it needs it with the copper in the designer series paper. And let me find the right greeting here. We're going to use that Cajun Craze again. Best laid plans is what they say, right? Just like this morning, I tested everything before I went live Sunday night with Facebook just to make sure nothing had changed. Tested everything this morning for YouTube, and then when I came to get on, it was throwing me in privacy mode. Okay, so there's project number 1. Quick, cute, no scrap. Love it. Let's go to our next one. And again, copper clay. You could use the copper clay ink with this as well. Once again, I'm going to emboss with the timber. I do love our 3D embossing folders. And I know folks struggle, at least in my clubs, my ladies struggle remembering what your sandwiches are for the variety of products, whether it be a 3D embossing folder or a standard embossing folder. But really with your 3Ds, it's your platform without the thin die adapter, so no extra layer on there. And then your gray or your blue, depending upon how old your machine might be, specialty plate just goes right on top. Folder is sandwiched in between. So we are going to add some of this trim. This is actually on sale this morning, and I'm getting kind of low, so I did add this to one of my orders this morning. Because this is a great neutral, great for the fall, obviously, great for masculine cards anytime. Pretty easy to work with as far as making your bows if you want to make a bow with it. You can give it little tasseled frayed ends if you want to. So this is I think it's called the natural wavy trim that I've added to this one. This card's going to be a 4 1/4 by 11 with the copper clay layer being, again, the 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Once again, we're just going to add that accent. And I love that you're able to do this with one sheet. So often when we cut our 6x6, I'm always like really stingy with my 6x6 because you don't get as much out of it, obviously, as you do a 12x12. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to cut into another sheet to get an accent edge. So this works perfectly. We're not using that much of it. So you can get everything that you need in out of one sheet. And then we're going to turn this one into a sympathy card. I have a layer of mossy meadow, which again ties in with that accent edge. And you can use whatever greetings you have. I know a sympathy card is like, oh, really? You're putting a sympathy card in a hostess gift? But, oops, caught an edge. But you know what? Sympathy cards are those that when we need them, we really don't want to sit down and um, make them because we probably aren't really in the frame of mind to be creative or design something. Oh, there you go. That's awesome, Carol. Yeah, now's the time. Now is the time. I wasn't sure I'm going to call it a bundle. I don't think that's what they call it. But the grouping of the new core color markers would be on sale. But when I saw they were, I got one for here. And my new endeavor, which will be officially opening after the first of the year sometime. But I'm opening, this is my announcement. I haven't announced this anywhere else yet. People who know me, who are in my life on a daily basis, know me, but and have helped me tremendously. I took my mom and dad's house and I have gotten the permit to do Airbnb limited lodging. And my target audience is going to be crafters so that you can come there and craft for a weekend. You can come do open studio with me for a day. I'm actually going to be doing some 12-hour retreats there and that kind of stuff. So lots and lots of fun coming. Lots and lots of work, though. But I'm really excited. So it's going to be awesome. And I get to hold on to my mom and dad's house, which is the house I grew up in. All right. So we have that project there. And then on the inside, we're going to go ahead and add a greeting. So yeah, I got a set of those for down there because I have all kinds of supplies down there. That's the cool thing, right? Like lots. I have over 500 stamp sets and probably will be adding some more. But I have over 500 stamp sets in there right now. And all the ink pads are there, re-inkers. I'll have the markers. I have tons and tons of punches. So if you're a stamper crafter or a scrapbooking crafter, you really just bring your consumables and you can use what's there. Hey, Linda, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So I'm excited. I've been doing that kind of a retreat. That's a small retreat, but I've been doing that, oh my goodness, for more years than I can remember and have been looking for a house for years, years and years. I've had a couple under contract and for whatever reason, they just didn't work out for us. So and I never thought of my mom and dad's house when I was doing that, but this is going to be perfect. Good job, Linda. I got the permit right before we came up. So I would have told you when I saw you, Debbie. Darn it. All right, this one we're going to do in the horizontal orientation. We'll do one more embossing with that timber embossing folder with the pumpkin pie this time. All right, just like that. Go ahead and mount that one. And then we have one more of our side strips left. It looks crooked to me. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Jen. Yes, you'll have to come hang out. We're going to do an I'm thankful on this one. And that, of course, comes from the Autumn Leaves stamp set. So similar colors all across because I'm pulling those colors from the designer series paper. Don't need a lot of inks for this. As I said, I used Cajun Craze. You could use copper clay since copper clay is included here with the cardstock that I chose. And Mossy Meadow for our accents. And then I have my leaves coming down from there. And I did that in the pumpkin pie and the Cajun Craze. And then we're just going to put For All You Do on the inside. And you would not have to put those leaves there, and you could put whatever greeting in here you like. I tend to add the leaves because these little greetings are adorable, but they're really tiny. And they kind of get lost on a big old piece of very vanilla all by themselves, right? There we go. So there's our 3 projects done with one 6x6 piece of designer series paper, cutting it into 3x3 squares, and then picking your 3 pattern, the 3 pieces that you like the best with the pattern on, and taking the 4th piece and cutting it to create your little embellishment edge, if you will. Let me show you. I did one with the Garden Walk designer series paper, and this is what they look like. Now, again, remember my crosshatch was missing, so this one has the hobnail embossing on it from that same basics embossing folder grouping. So again, same greetings, just changed up my colors. There's that one. We have Thinking of You. I didn't think the flowers made a good sympathy card. They're a little too cheery, maybe. I don't know. So I did the Thinking of You. And then here's the Happy Birthday. I just realized I did 2 of those almost the same. But anyway, you can change the orientation however you like. And you can use whatever designer series paper you like, right? All right, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here to hang out with me on my first time back after being gone for a couple of weeks. I will be live Thursday morning at 10 over on my Facebook page, Lori Staley Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, to do some coffee and cards with you all. And remember the sale, the seasonal sale is going on. It's a great opportunity to stock up, grab some extra goodies, maybe fill in some spots with your markers or your blends or your cardstock or your ink pads that you have gaps in. And if you shop with me, remember with minimum $35 product order, you can earn this month's just cards. I will update the description underneath. I'll also put the link for the Berry Christmas cards down there if you're interested in grabbing that class. And I hope you have a fabulous week and stay safe till I see you again. Thanks, guys. Bye.